And what's up, everybody? G-Rollers here, back with another video. As you can see, I am supporting the Arbor Day Foundation, Mr. Beast and Mark Rober in their efforts to try and build 20 million trees. So here we go, let's get right into it. My top 10 favorite Mario Kart courses with trees. And at number 10, we have Donut Plains 3, specifically the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe version. This is because there are just so many trees lying on the boundaries, outside the boundaries per se, of this track. It's just beautiful visuals. You have a nice light blue sky, the water is all clear. This is basically a message trying to show us that, hey, if we plant enough trees, we can get in an environment as lively as this. You can see all the fish swimming in the water, you know, there are birds chirping, you know, the water is fresh and clean. There's even moles that are living around here digging holes. So you gotta preserve the animals. You gotta help save the animals because they thrive from these trees. They live with the trees. So that is why Donut Plains deserves number 10. And coming up at number 9, we have Peach Gardens. DS Peach Gardens from Mario Kart DS. Yes, as you can see, Peach loves the trees. Like, you know, she has a whole garden that is surrounding her castle. So in essence, Peach is really good at planting trees. She really cares about the environment. That's why Peach is such a favorable character, because you can't fault her at anything like this. This is just something that she is passionate about. She has her own bushes, she has her own garden, like I said before. There's just a lot to admire about Princess Peach, Princess Toadstool, whatever you'd like to call her. And, you know, there's not a single spot on this garden that you can go without seeing a tree. There's trees on the boundaries, there's pine trees right here, there's evergreens, there's bushes, there's just trees all over her castle. So despite being a monarch, I think Peach is a very, you know, spends her wealth on the tree growth. That's why this is at number 9. Guys, I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't blame you so far that you've been playing this video with different audio in the background and just letting this video run just because of how bad the audio quality is on this video. I know I'm deeply sorry about this. I need to get better with my audio skills, but you know, besides the point, thank you guys so much for listening. Anyways, so I really appreciate it, even with my audio mishaps. This room, I don't know why it's so echoey. Anyways, so back to the track. We're on DK Summit. DK Summit, despite being a very snowy course, as you saw with the cannon, and just on your left and right over here, there are trees. These are mostly evergreen trees. They have snow on top of them, which means they survive throughout the winter. You can still see the green on them. So trees like this are also very important to grow too, because they last all throughout the year. Therefore, it's very important that they stay alive and that we have to grow them so we get more oxygen throughout the winter, as you can see here. Okay guys, so you know Donkey Kong, he lives in the jungle, so therefore he has to care about the environment. He has to care about the trees that he's growing because he lives there. He lives in a jungle. This is his jungle, and DK Jungle is just actually a fantastic course. It's really fun to play, especially on Mario Kart 8. It looks so good. But don't forget Mario Kart 7. It plays well on Mario Kart 7 as well. It was a special course there, you know how it is. Anyways, DK Jungle, there's just so many trees everywhere. Just like I said about Peach Gardens, basically almost every other course on this list, no matter where you look, you're going to see some semblance of trees. There are just trees, bushes, vines, anything you can imagine. And with Mr. Beast, Mark Rober, and the Arbor Day Foundation's plan to grow 20 million trees before the end of the year, they should look to something like this track, DK Jungle, where they have trees dispersed for inspiration on how to distribute the trees all across the road to make it a much safer place to live. This is a great track too. And going back to the prehistoric times, we have number 6, Dino Jungle from Mario Kart Double Dash. This is the first Mario Kart Double Dash track to make the list, and this is the earliest game to have a track on this list. So Mario Kart Double Dash, as you can see down Jungle, there is a living, breathing dinosaur just standing in the middle of the track. You know he needs his nutrients. He might be a plant eater with his gigantic neck. So in that case, we need the trees to live for him to live, because you know the dinosaur doesn't do anything to hurt us. You got all these all these trees standing around, and the dinosaur just kind of chilling there. So this goes to show that trees back in the day were important for creatures back then, and trees today are important to us now, which is why we need to take initiative and plant 20 million trees. Now coming in at number 5, we have Hyrule Circuit from Mario Kart 8 and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. This is a course themed after The Legend of Zelda, and as you can see right off the gate, we see a lot of trees. Not as many as I would like to see though. There's a wide open grass guard over there that can use some trees. There's some wide open areas around the castle, surrounding the castle over here that could use some trees. So did they have to cut down an entire forest just to build this castle? I don't know, because if so, that would be kind of cool. But we're not going to tear down this castle just to rebuild those trees. No, we're going to find new places on there so we can build the trees. And it's a really fun course to play. That's why it's up here at number 5. I don't know if it does well with its tree forestation or deforestation. I don't know why I said tree forestation, not gonna lie. But anyways, guys, this track is really fun to play, and it goes to show that there are trees here that need to be built. And for our final Double Dash track of the list, we have, of course, DK Mountain, a personal favorite of mine. Yet again, a track owned by Donkey Kong, and you can see it is flourished with trees night in and night out. Guys, in case you couldn't tell, I'm doing this unscripted, so if I say anything that just sounds weird, that's probably not me, so apologies for that as well. Just figured I'd let you guys know. But anyways, we have this gigantic mountain that seems to be ready to, erupt, with magma and lava, which will be very devastating for all the trees, the forest, and the jungle that's basically surrounding this volcano. And there seems to be a lot of mountains that might be ready to erupt as well, so we're not looking for volcanoes to explode on these trees here, which is why, like I said before, and I'll say it again, we need to take initiative and plant these trees. Now for number 3, this one's very interesting. We have Animal Crossing, from Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and Mario Kart 8, of course, on the Wii U. They've got very special trees. They have three trees in one. Where it's got a tree with 3 bushes or 4 bushes, it seems like, or maybe 5. Because it's 3D, so I think there's 4 bushes on the bottom and 1 bush right on top with 1 apple on each bush, which is very interesting. That's a unique design specific to the Animal Crossing genre. I don't know why it's a genre. It's an Animal Crossing franchise, And just to let you guys know, I did personally donate $10 of my money to the Arbor Day Foundation for Team Trees. I don't have a lot of money to donate like some of the big guys like Elon Musk and all that, but I figured I'd just do a little donation. Maybe I'll do donations every month until we hit our goal, 20 million trees. That'd be cool. And for number 2, guys, honestly, how could I not include this track on the list? It's called Wild Woods. You start on the side of a tree. No other track in Mario Kart history has you start on the side of a tree. On the side of a tree bark that is cut, it seems like, so that's kind of sad for the tree. But they did build a course out of it. The Shy Guys that live here build a course out of it. And you know what? Shy Guys live here. Shy Guys live in this forest, in all of these gigantic trees. Of course, the team behind Mario Kart 8 Deluxe made this track look absolutely stunning and beautiful. You could see all the craftsmanship in building such elegant foundations from these trees and just how beautiful the trees look. They make you really want to save these trees and want to grow more so we can save the planet because they just look so beautiful. How can you not look at trees this majestic? Guys, I think you all knew where this one was coming. Maple Treeway, number 1. Of course, guys, thank you so much for making it this far in the video. Suffering through this very poor audio. I promise I won't make a video with this bad audio ever again. It was just something really quick I had to do, and the relevancy of the Save the Trees. But that's kind of the thing. I really don't want this to be just a one-time relevant thing, and then it's like a fad, and then it goes away. We don't want that for the trees. This is actually something that can save our future or can help propel our future forward. So, and I'm hoping that this can actually become, a few months, if not like maybe a year's thing, where people are just talking about Team Trees, donating money to Team Trees. Honestly, 20 million is a fantastic goal. Mr. Beast has a large audience, and so does Mark Rover, and together I think they can reach out to millions of people and get those 20 million trees planted as soon as possible. I know I've done only a little bit, but still a little bit is better than nothing. And so I'm really hoping just by showing you guys all these courses in the Mario Kart games that even though these are fake trees, even though these are trees that aren't real, it shows that how much trees play a role in the Mario Kart franchise. They make everything look beautiful, whether it's in the sky zone and the outside that I'm looking at right now, or that they add an integral foundation to the course itself that adds unique gameplay aspects. Imagine if our world didn't have trees that were multifunction, that served to give us oxygen, to give us life, to give us paper, to give us all those sorts of necessities that we need to thrive as a community on this earth. Therefore, I think it's vital that we keep Team Trees going. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I really, really do appreciate it. I've got a few other videos right here that you might be interested in as well. And please go to the link in the description. Go to teamtrees.org and please donate a little bit of your money. If not, if you can't donate, then just share the link with other people on social media. It's that easy to do, and this is something that can be really special for us.